Is Yusei Kikuchi actually about to be the, like, pickup of the deadline? Randy Johnson walked so that Yusei Kikuchi could fly. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about the Astros versus Rangers series, where the Astros win 2-3 over the Texas Rangers, securing the Silver Boot series behind a couple of very nice wins to cap the series off following, well, Monday night's event. You want to start with that game? Let's start with that game. The Astros blew 3 different leads in that game, and on top of that went 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, including having the bases loaded in the 10th inning, which is incredibly frustrating. And if you're waiting for me to say the on the other side, no, it was just a really, really frustrating game, man. Like, they led 3 different times, and they blew them all. Like, that was, nearing the eye twitch portion of the event. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was real rough. Wasted a really, really good performance out of Hunter Brown, which was kind of a theme from Saturday to Monday. Thankfully, they turned it around in the last 2 games of the series, but following that, it felt like it was just going to be a bit more of the same, of incredibly winnable games that you're just doing nothing with. And again, Brown looked solid, only the 4 strikeouts in 6 innings, but 1 run with like 2 walks over 6 innings against a Rangers team that, granted, is, you know, not looking particularly great this season, but still, 1 run of 6 innings of 1-run ball against the reigning World Series champion should get you a win. Like, it simply should get you a win. They couldn't convert that. You go into game 2, you get a masterclass, a marvelous performance out of Framber Valdez, and I am not going to say a single thing bad about it. He was as flawless as you could hope for. In my eyes, and the way I am going to girl math the hell out of that game, Framber Valdez pitched an 8-inning shutout. And then in the 9th, he was allowed to go out and try for a no-hitter. Whatever happened in the 9th is irrelevant to me, especially because of the Yordan Alvarez home run that made it 4-0. It's irrelevant. I don't care about what happened in the 9th inning, especially because they won the game. He was 1 out away from a no-hitter. He was a couple of strikes away from a no-hitter. He pitched really, really well. And under normal circumstances, this late in the season, if he had given up hits earlier in the game, he would not have gone out for the 9th inning. He just wouldn't have. He had pitched, I want to say he was at 97 pitches going into the 9th inning. It's, you know, August. Normal circumstances, you would not have sent out one of your aces for a 9th inning of work. You would have said, thank you, Framber Valdez. Hit the bench. We're going to send in the bullpen. They didn't. He gives up the 2-run shot to Corey Seager, which is big boo and hiss thumbs down. He pitched wonderfully. I do not count that as anything against Framber Valdez. He was tired and he was trying to make history. It happens. I have all the good things in the world to say about Framber Valdez for that game. He looked locked in. And, dude, he was in, like, and I was thinking this in real time watching that game of, like, do you know how many all-time pitchers can't, like, they never had 2 no-hitters? Like, this would be insane. I feel like he's going to get a 2nd one. I think he might just, again, I have a lot of qualms with Framber Valdez, but I feel like he is a pitcher who is somehow, some way going to end up with like 2 or 3. He's flirted with it a bunch of different times. I really, in my heart of hearts, feel like somehow, some way, he is going to end the career with like 3 of them. And maybe that's because he pitches in a way that is very conducive to either a high offense, high hit games, or also no hitters, if that makes any kind of sense. But because everything is in play with Framber, at least almost everything is in play, if you have luck on your side, you very well might just throw like a sub-100 pitch no-hitter. Like, very, very, very possible that he could have done a 90-some pitch no-no, which is crazy to say out loud, because I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, he entered the 9th with 93 pitches. And the way Framber does it, like, that was a very real possibility. Then, again, he gets 8 2/3 of the way in, man. The home run sucks. Thankfully, nothing happened. Hader did give up a walk in that 9th inning, and I was like, oh, no. We're not about to do this. We are so not about to do this, and they didn't do it. And so we're all good and happy. And then you go into today's game. Yusei Kikuchi with a chance to clinch the Silver Boot series, which he does. Pitches 5 1/3, man. 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, couple of runs. He pitched great. Like, Yusei Kikuchi, despite everything that was around that trade, at face value right now, it's worked out magnificent for the Houston Astros. You have 2 of your 3 wins since that trade or since he got there. Look at the last 2 series. He's responsible for, 66% of your wins. And I want to say since the day of the trade, he's responsible for 50% of them. He's been magnificent. The fastball is disgusting. His breaking ball is really, really solid. What I'm amazed with is how many times he just freezes players by dotting up the zone. Like, he looks locked in right now. He's pitched great. I am slack-jawed at how good he's looked in an Astros uniform. And at the moment in time, dude, if you're going into the offseason thinking about players to extend, I think you really got to think about giving Kikuchi like a 2 or 3 year deal. He's looked that good. I understand it's only 2 games, but if he continues on this pace, he could be a really, really solid middle to bottom end of the rotation guy, or, I mean, hell, you don't know, maybe top end of the rotation guy. It's been that level. Also today, the offense actually decided to show up, which was super cool. You had Carantini with a home run. You had Yordan Alvarez with another home run. It felt like it had been an eternity in between Yordan Alvarez home runs and then a pair over the series, which is fantastic to see out of Yordan. Again, there was never really concern with me out of the top guys in the offense, which is why I've never really brought it up as a concern. Because I'm not under some weird thought process of like, you know who's going to be terrible all of a sudden? These 3 guys that have been great for the better part of a decade, or in the case of Altuve, going on the better part of a decade and a half to 2 decades. They're all about to have a historic fall-off at the same exact time. That has never been in my mind. And so you get a game like today that's just validation to that. Altuve has an RBI and a base hit. Bregman has a pair of base hits and an RBI. Alvarez has the home run. He also draws a pair of walks in the game. You have a base hit, or the pair of hits, including the home run. Carantini isn't, like, the star player, but dude, Carantini's had a weird season where, like, when he's been in the lineup, he's been really good. Like, he's been a really solid backup catcher. He has been everything you want in a backup catcher, and Yanner's been everything you want in the primary catcher. He had 3 hits today, by the way. Yanner Diaz, legitimately one of the best offensive catchers in the sport of baseball, and he's not bad behind the plate either. It's a spectacle to watch him continue to play. And then you also get a pair of base hits out of Mauricio Dubon, who continues, ever since he got here, to just be everything you want out of him. He's not the star player, but he is a really, really, really good accent piece, and I love having him on this roster. I have always talked about the fact that I think he is a super awesome story. From everything you see around him in the clubhouse, he seems like a super awesome person. I want him to be here as long as humanly possible. He just brings good vibes and happy tingles to me watching this baseball team, and I mean that in the very best way possible. You also then hand it over to the bullpen that is somewhere between mid and good. The Brian Abreu and the Josh Hader of it all was very good. The Ryan Presley and the Taylor Scott wasn't. Taylor Scott somehow in the past like 2 games has given up 3 or 4 runs in an inning of ball and still has that ERA sub 1.9, which is a testament to how unbelievable he has been this season. I'm not concerned. It's just very unfortunate that a couple of games, basically back-to-back, are going to kind of tank that ERA from possibly flirting with the best ERA in the sport or in the league to very, very solid relief pitcher, but not quite in that, like, top of S-tier category, which is a shame. He really did deserve it. So now the Astros have an off day before continuing the 9-game road trip with a 3-game series up in Boston against the Red Sox. The first game is going to be Friday at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central. I'll be here after that series to talk about it. And along with that, there is also an update, which is actually a cool one, unlike the last one, which I was saying I was going to the every series arc. There's a Discord server for the channel now, and I did nothing to get it. I am unbelievably lucky to have really, really cool people that watch my stuff and have become friends over the years. So shout out specifically to Weston, the other Weston, and his awesome girlfriend Marianne, who were so unbelievably kind to make the server up for me. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to start going on there, being in there for different types of games. I don't have a specific date ironed out of when I'm hoping to watch a game with everybody, but hopefully within the next week or so, once I figure out what my schedule does in fact look like, we can all hop in there, take in a game, just, you know, hanging out, chilling out, a lot more relaxed, and probably a lot more out of pocket than the live streams have been, believe it or not. I don't know that that's possible, but we're going to see if that is possible. So that is on the horizon watching games in there. I'm also going to try to do my very best to chat a lot more in there. I know I've not done a great job of that recently with all the different comments because for some reason I stopped getting notifications on YouTube comments. I don't know why, but that is a really fun thing that happened, and so now I'm trying to make the effort to go through and check it every once in a while, but I am very, very bad at remembering to do that. So hopefully the Discord server is going to make that a lot more fun and a lot more of a personal, like, just everybody hanging out, everyone chilling out, everyone talking about the Astros type of setting. Again, once I figure out some dates for the games I want to go watch and chill in there with, I'm going to tell you guys, give you the heads up. But the link is going to be down in the description below if you want to go join that. Please do. And once again, thank you to Weston and Marianne for getting that set up for me. You guys are genuinely awesome. And as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.